You've got two books, Can Asians Think and Beyond the Age of Innocence. Have you got any, what's your next project?
Well, my next project, my next book is on the rise of Asia. And I mean, I'm now convinced that the 21st century will be the Asian century. So I want to explain why is Asia now succeeding. In fact, I have a contract with my publisher in New York. I think I've written about 1/3 to 1/2 of the book already. So I hope to finish it sometime in 2007 because there is, as you know, tremendous amount of global interest today in the rise of Asia. In fact, I get invitations to speak almost every week from all around the world, from America, from Chile, from Europe, to say, come and speak and explain the rise of Asia to us. So there is a huge demand out there. At the same time, I find that many of the Western books and Western writings don't understand Asia at all. In fact, there's a lot of wishful thinking in the West that Asia will stumble once again. And so I think I want to explain to them why they are wrong and why the rise of Asia this time is very real.
Do you have a title, and will it be provocative like Can Asians Think?
Well, I haven't got. I'm playing around with two titles. One is the Greatest Asian Century, and clearly, with as you know, in the history of Asia, different parts of Asia have succeeded at different times. You've had no time when all of them are succeeding. So now you have Northeast Asia, I mean Japan, Korea, and then you have China succeeding. Then if you have many Southeast Asian countries succeeding, you have India succeeding, you have this huge arc of prosperity in Asia. So this is why I think I call this the greatest Asian century ever in the history of our times. The other title I'm thinking about is to call it the Return of History, to balance Francis Fukuyama's essay, The End of History, where he said that all of us will become carbon copies or replicas of the West. That's not going to happen. In fact, I foresee a great Asian cultural renaissance sometime in the next 10 to 20 years coming.
On a more personal level, Professor Mahbubani, you've traveled around, you've seen the world. Where's the ideal place that you would like finally to settle down?
I think the ideal place would be Singapore. And I say this not out of political correctness, I say this out of a genuine conviction that the center of world history, in the 17th and 18th century was in Europe. And then in the 19th and 20th century, it spread across the Atlantic, and it was with, the transatlantic axis was where the center of the world history is. But by the year 2050, 3 of the 4 largest economies of the world will be in Asia: Japan, China, India. And this will be the center of world history. And if you sit in Singapore or in Southeast Asia, you get a ringside view of the new world that is coming. So why? You don't have to travel, The action, the theater is coming to this region. And all of us who live in Southeast Asia, have a ringside view of a new chapter in history. So why should we move when history is coming towards us?
That's a very interesting point of view. And on that note, Professor Mahbubani, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts with us.
My pleasure. I hope we have a chance to continue the conversation some other time.
We come to the conclusion of another edition of The Leaders. Thank you for being with us.